Can you guess where I am? It's about 7:30, I don't know, in the morning. Totally foggy. Are you guessing? Are you guessing? You got it. Where else would I be at 7 o'clock in the morning but Walmart? December 22nd. Vlogmas Day 22. Okay, all packed up. It's a good thing I canceled Christmas, huh? I only had to buy this much. No, actually, my dad's probably coming. But all that really adds up to is a can of vegetarian beans. I know it sounds cruel, but he eats the other stuff I'll cook, like potatoes. What else? I got some breads. He'll eat cake. Oh, I forgot to buy ice cream. Well, it's only Wednesday. Christmas isn't till Saturday. Although, I keep saying it, I don't want to be going out Friday. So I just keep going out every day. But I didn't know it because oops. Turn off that radio. I didn't know it. But they opened at 6 this morning. I was here for 7. It doesn't say it on their door, I don't think, because I looked the other day to make sure. It only said Mondays, I think, open at 6. But on their website this morning, it said 6. But I only checked at 6:45, so. Alright, Walmart's done. Now to go home and so. To market, to buy a fat pig. To be technical, it's a ham. Home again, jiggity jig. Yes, I'm home. Here's the secret to old age. Well, it's not a secret. I think anyone who's past the age of I don't know what would know this. First, you run around like a nut for a few hours. 2, 3, sometimes 4. Then you have to sit down. You just have to go home. Put away all the darn stuff you bought. Clean out the refrigerator one more time. I didn't even think I'd be able to fit all that stuff in there. Make a cup of coffee and have some breakfast. But right now, I didn't sleep last night, so I'm feeling real tired. And the weather doesn't help. Yesterday, I was all bouncy and happy, and it was sunshine and la-di-da-di-da, and I kind of was busy all day. But today, the fog has set in. It wasn't like that when I left. But it's foggy, and it's warm. It's not, I guess it's unseasonably warm, but not warm. And time for me to take a break. That's the secret to old age. Run around like a nut for a few hours and then take a break. If it requires it after 1 hour, do it. Half hour sometimes, do it. Take those breaks. It gives you extra energy and you get going again. That's my plan. Have my coffee. I don't feel like eating because I feel a little sick this morning. Just fed the dogs. No one's taking me up on the offer of food. So it'll be a resting morning for a while and then we'll get to work. Hi. Yep, I'm in the picture. Okay. Sometimes I think there's something on top of my head, but it's my camera that says record. Okay, we're starting off like that, right? It's nighttime. It's pitch black out. Oh, you can't see the slider because I'm not going to stop moving my camera around because it creaks. Although I did figure out how to make it not creak. I did fix that on what? December 22nd? When there's only 3 days left. Live and learn. That's not okay. So I let the whole day slip away. Well, I didn't really. I was doing multiple batches of laundry. We have a lot of towels, so I let the towels build up until we practically have none. So I've been washing towels and also my clothes. When I start to run out of underwear, I know it's time to wash my clothes because I don't keep track I just put stuff in a hamper and it has a cover. So anyway, today was laundry day. I'm still doing it. There's still something in the dryer and something in the washer now. It's oh, it's only 6:51. I thought it was later than that. It's this darkness that just throws me right off. So you saw me this morning at Walmart again. Tomorrow, Thursday morning, I'm announcing I'm not going to Walmart tomorrow morning. Do I have everything I need? No, I forgot to buy ice cream. I should have bought ice cream for my menu. Oh, but I'm pretty much all set on my menu. Hardly anyone is coming. Because that's what I was just sitting here doing. I sat down to record and then I started making my menu. I like to make my menu first on paper. And then I have a little chalkboard that I can see from my refrigerator. And it's right against the cupboard where I walk into the living room and back a million times a day. And if someone has an appointment, you know, the dogs need another pill, whatever, I always write it on the blackboard. I always read the blackboard. I write my husband's stuff on there, but he doesn't read it. But if I can tell him, did you read that? No. You have to go to the doctor in a half an hour, you know, whatever. So anyway, I haven't put the menu on the blackboard yet because I had to finalize it in my head and to know whether or not I have the stuff in the house. I pretty much, my friend's not coming over now. We agreed. I asked her not to come and she agreed that it would be better because the more and more you watch the news, the COVID's on the rise again. COVID numbers are crazy. And this time around, I know more people with COVID now than I did last year at this time. Last year at Christmas time and all before that, where we were on lockdown and not going out, no one I knew had COVID. And I talked about that with family and friends and said, you know, the numbers are crazy, but do you personally know anyone that had COVID? No, you know, we didn't really know anyone. So I don't know who was getting it in those days. But now, my husband's friend's wife has COVID. Allison had 2 friends that had it when she called me this morning. Then she called me back later on tonight and said 2 more of her friends have COVID now. They went to a party on Sunday, a house party, and 2 of them got COVID. We don't know how many else might have. So that's, you know, somebody that she, you know, knows closely. Paige, Dennis's granddaughter, I was talking about Paige and her baby shower, which is coming up in January. I think she's probably, if not 8 months, 7, close to 8 months pregnant. She's got COVID. I guess she went to a party at her father's house with her sister, and because they have a merged family over there too, you know, sort of like my family's. She went to a party at her father's house 2 weeks ago, and she's had COVID now for 10 days. And we didn't know it because a lot of times there's not a lot of communication going on between families if we don't actually see each other, depending on who it is. I get a lot of info from my grandson because he calls me, so I know a lot about them. But anyway, yeah, we didn't know about Paige, and Chelsea has all the kids, has 5 children, so 4 kids at home because her daughter from college is home for break. So she couldn't let Paige stay home. Paige kind of lives downstairs in an area of the basement that's fixed up for her. She's the old, you know, I think she's 23. Well, she's had a fever for a week, apparently, and they couldn't get it to come down. So her mother brought her to Women and Infants last night, and she's having trouble breathing as well. So they admitted her. So that's really scary. I mean, we keep waiting for more updates. Dennis is calling now, I think, to find out how she's doing. It's pretty scary. So and that's just a few of the people like that. People are getting it more closely to people I know anyway. So that's why I think I made a good choice not to just have open house and let everybody come over. My daughter-in-law and son may stop by in the afternoon, but depending on, I'm going to talk to them probably tonight or tomorrow night and just say, how's it going for you guys? Because, the only person that's going to be here besides me and Dennis is my dad. My dad's going to come by. He's had his booster, he's had his flu shot, so he's, it's reasonable to let him in the house. When he came yesterday, he didn't come today, unless I missed him being out. He didn't come today, but when he came yesterday, he took a mask out of his pocket. I brought this. I put my mask in my pocket just in case. I said, well, it's not going to help you if you don't put it on. So he says, no, I'm only going to put it on if you want me to. I know I'm okay. And I know you're okay. I said, Dad, neither of us know if either one of us is okay. So, yeah, he's coming. And that's probably it. But I still have to have a menu because it's a holiday. I guess. I'm just so used to doing this. And also, there's always the possibility. My brother from Iowa / Waterbury, Connecticut is in Waterbury right now with Cindy, his girlfriend, although I call her my sister-in-law because these people have been together for like in excess of 20 years. Just like my brother Jeff, his wife, and I can call her his wife, Dagmar, he and Dagmar got married after being together 24 years, and they got married maybe about 5 years ago. Maybe not quite 5. Excuse me a minute. Hey, Dan, are you in there? Dennis? I just want to tell him I'm recording so he doesn't come by and drop any inappropriate language. So anyway, yeah, that's why I called Cindy my sister-in-law. They're in Connecticut. There's always a possibility. I'm on recording. Oh, you have an update on Paige though? She's doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah, better?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, the fever. Good news. Paige's fever's down. Whew. Dennis actually just called her, so that's good. I'll get more lowdown from him later. I just wanted to know how she's doing. Yeah, so they may stop by, although Christmas is a real big celebration at her side of the family in Woodbury, so they might just stay there. And they're both vegetarians. My father's vegetarian, although lately, because he hasn't been eating too well, I've gotten him to eat some things. I mean, he was vegan. I've gotten him to eat some eggs, and totally shocked me that he's going to eat tuna. He bought some tuna and he's eating tuna fish. I'm so glad because it's great. It's okay to be a vegetarian, but when you're 88 and you don't like to cook, and you don't like to cook for yourself. I mean, I'm only 69. Yeah, 69. And when it's like, should I eat that salad? Should I peel those vegetables? Yes, you have to. You have to eat something. I don't mind fixing it. And then I'll fix in large quantities and I'll have it either for 2 meals that day or the next day. He doesn't think ahead. It's like do the minimal amount of work. So that's why I make him a lot of things. But so the fact that he'll open a can of tuna fish is like, yay! So I made my menu and I'm getting off real easy for Christmas. First of all, I don't have to make dessert because my husband got a gift certificate to Cello's, and he knows I don't want to go to any restaurants now, so he went to Cello's and ordered a chocolate cake for Christmas, so he can do that. Let me pause a minute. Sorry for the interruption. My husband's not usually out and about this time of the night because he goes to bed early, but he wanted to come out, so I stopped. He wanted to come out. Look at him, walked away. Now, I'm not usually in the kitchen. I had to make lists. I'm finishing my bowl cozies. How many times do I have to say that to you guys? Pathetic. Well, anyway, my husband was going out, so I turned it off. Plus, I got a chance to make another cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee all day now. I try not to because I have acid reflux really bad. And I told you I quit the omeprazole because I keep gaining weight. And one of the things it says is it could be a side effect. So it said if you quit the omeprazole, it might be 2 weeks that you'll feel kind of sick and have even worse heartburn or reflux than you usually have because your body's adjusting back to the no medication. So anyway, it seems that it during the day it bothers me more than nighttime. Once it gets here at this time of night, I finally have a cup of coffee, because when I don't have coffee, I get headaches. Ever notice how I'm kind of like a hypochondriac? Yeah, pretty bad. But anyway, I made another cup of coffee because right now, well, I probably took Tums about an hour ago. That also helps. Back to the subject at hand, which I don't even... Oh, maybe I was talking about my menu because it's still right here. I haven't put it on the board yet. No, maybe it's not right here. I lost it. Well, I should know my menu by heart. I don't like that I lost that list because... Oh, here it is. I'm in the kitchen amongst my bowl cozies, and I'm sorting them out by color, either light or dark, and the ones that are, they're all at different stages of completion. So what I'm trying to do is get them all to the same step. Then once they're all at the same, and first get them all the same color, either light or dark. I'm using an off-white, and I'm using this Aurifil gray. It's gray number, what number is it? 2610. You wouldn't think this is so neutral. It's excellent on anything that's dark or even not so dark. Because look at this, I'm doing a Patriots, right? It's a Patriots. I wonder if this is going to show up on the camera. That's the light gray, and it looks great on the red because of the black and the gray of the helmet. So it's looking good on all the blues. Here it is on a blue. I don't know if you can even see it. I don't know if it's because I'm not showing you or if it's the lighting where I'm blocking. Maybe I'm blocking the light. Or maybe it's so good that, let's see, do it this way. There, it's the gray. Well, anyway, by the way, if any of you out there are quilters, sewers, sewists, Fat Quarter Shop has, I want to say, a 30% off sale on almost everything, but the Aurifil thread is on sale until Christmas Eve, I think. Or maybe Thursday night, not Friday night. But, what's today? Wednesday. It might be Christmas Eve. Check out Fat Quarter Shop because the cones, I mean, this is very expensive thread, I know, but it's wonderful thread. If you sew, and the reason I'm sewing all my cozies with Aurifil is because it's absolutely 100% cotton, and it's not going to start a fire in the microwave. Everything about the cozies has to be 100% cotton. Yeah, so I bought my off-white, my neutral off-white, and my neutral gray, this one, because I bought a cone of each. The cones are $44.98. It's a cone. It's a cone of thread. It's such a deal. And then with 30% off, what is that? About $8 off each? Or maybe it's 20%. Let me think. I think it was about 30 something. Anything over $80 is free shipping if you get 2 cones, if you sew a lot. I mean, it's great thread. And so anyway, that's what I got. However, there's always a however with me. Yesterday when I went to pick up my new machine at Blaine's, I was almost out of thread. This spool is one I bought at Blaine's yesterday, even though I just bought a cone. I don't know when I'm going to get the cone in the mail. And this is a color that I found is very good for me and I use all the time in quilting. So I'm running out of spool upper thread, but my bobbin is full. So I said I'll buy one more from Blaine's yesterday so that I'll have it to finish my Now see, here's another gray that's good, but it's dark. The lighter gray is more neutral. But see how large, this is how large a Bernina bobbin is as compared to the, say, Bernina or the Baby Lock. This is like twice as much thread. This is almost like the Class M size bobbins that you use in the long arm quilting machines. Okay, talk about being off track. Okay, but I followed my path. In the Bernina, on the touch screen for finding your way around the machine, you press a thing, and like say you might press home, and then press maintenance, and then press bobbin, oiling bobbin, and blah blah blah, and you press all these sites and they pile up just like the open windows do on a computer. And Bernina calls it breadcrumbs. So follow your breadcrumbs back to get back to sewing. So I'm following the breadcrumbs in my brain about what I was talking about when I started on the thread. I'm getting better at following my breadcrumbs. I'm always lost. I make half of a point, and then people don't know what I'm talking about. I should get better at this. So anyway, I'm getting all my cozies to the same stage, and I'm doing it according to light or dark, and then it'll be just a matter of putting them all together like this. I put them together right side to right side with clips, and then I just sew around, leaving a 1-inch opening, turn it, press it, top stitch it, done. And that doesn't take long, and it's been the best project for me to get used to my Bernina, because I didn't realize what a big learning curve, but how can I explain it? It feels good to learn it because the machine is so responsive and so precise. It's a precision, it's a high precision. I had one other Swiss-made machine, an Elna. They're not made in Switzerland anymore, the Elnas, but my Elna, my first good machine that I got like back in the late 70s, early 80s, somewhere around there, that one was a Swiss-made Elna, and it still today is working really well. It's a good machine, but anyway. Okay. And previous to talking about this and what I'm doing here, I was talking about my menu, which I had, thought I lost, but I found. So I'm going to talk about my menu now for Christmas. It's an easy menu that makes me not have to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, because usually I've got too many things to do. So it's going to be, I'm going to have ham. I bought a glazed ham, or sliced ham at Walmart today. So I've got a ham that I'm just going to put in the oven in the morning, you know, not that early even, and though it's not like a turkey and all that stuff. I'm going to have, I said roasted potatoes and onions. They're actually grilled, and we grill them right on the deck here because we leave our stove out there all year, and I get everything ready in an aluminum foil pan, and Dennis will go out there and cook them for me. So, and then salad, carrots, and pierogies. Then, I was talking about how Dennis got a gift certificate to Cello's, and I don't like to eat in restaurants, especially now. So he said, well, maybe I'll get a cake. So he ordered a chocolate cake that he's going to pick up Friday morning from Cello's for Christmas Day. So that's good. And the only thing I might make is some fudge to have around the house, but in case I don't get to it, because I know I just made fudge the other day, I put half of it in the freezer and gave half to Dennis, and that's gone. So, and he hasn't noticed it's in the freezer. I can either, because it's about 3/4, 1 3/4, half and 3/4. It's a little over. Anyway, it's a lot of fudge. It's a whole container. Especially since there's not going to be anybody here, probably. I keep looking over there. Oh, I know why. Because also, some of my stuff is still out. I also bought, I'm going to make biscuits. And I bought a Portuguese sweetbread. So, it's a nice menu because I don't have to do much. It's a lot of easy. It's like almost like fast food. So that's my menu. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about for all the knitters, did you get this postcard in the mail? The year-end sale at Webb's. I'll bet you did. Because I think I got this yesterday. I only noticed it today. December 21st, 2021 through January 3rd. Save on yarns, tools, and more. Plus, don't miss the in-store exclusive deals. Can't wait to see you. So that'll be nice for people who are off the week of Christmas because, whoa, my clips. I love my rope bowls, but sometimes if I'm clumsy, the little ones knock over it, especially if you've got only things like clips in them. This will be a nice thing to go to the week of between Christmas and New Year's if you're not working because things are on sale. Well, provided, make sure you watch the news and see how the numbers are going. I don't think Rhode Island's doing well. Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5:30. Closing at 4 on December 24th and, well, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. They're closing at 4. And closed Sundays and Christmas and New Year's Day. So don't forget, year-end sale at Webb's. Like any of us need more yarn. Well, I don't have much yarn, so I could always buy more yarn, but I can't just buy yarn because I have to have a project. If I don't have a project, I don't know what to buy because do I buy one? Do I buy three? Well, rule of thumb, buy one if it's socks, buy three if it's a sweater, maybe four, you know, or depends what size yarn, blah, blah, blah. That is why I don't know how much yarn to buy. Okay, I wanted to tell you about my menu. I wanted to tell you about the year-end sale at Webb's, which you probably already know about. And I think that's all I have to talk about tonight. I talked to my husband a little more about Paige. She had her fever went away this morning at 11. She's had chest x-rays and sonograms for the baby. The baby's fine. She's actually due in 5 weeks. I knew she was due pretty soon. So she's due in 5 weeks. Fever's gone. They say she's doing so much better. She feels a lot better. I think she's just not worried, not so worried. And they're keeping her for maybe a couple of days, she thinks. So, that's good news. But if she's still positive, Chelsea put her in a hotel all week, a motel or a hotel for the week because she's had it for 10 days and she couldn't bring her home to all the kids and her husband and sometimes Chelsea's mother takes care of the little kids and her health is compromised. She's had open heart surgery, but she's having some trouble with a valve, I hear. So there's people around, elderly, you know, you gotta watch out for. So that's why she's been in a hotel all by herself all week. Probably going crazy. So, well, anyway, that's my report for today. I started off gangbusters. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. One more thing, then I'll not hang up, I'll sign off. I was doing real good. Like these were supposed to be done today. Well, these are supposed to be done every day. But something always comes up. Well, something came up last night and it was so cute. I saw it last night. I don't know how new it is, but if anyone's seen Susan B. Anderson's latest pattern release, it's adorable. I can't say what it is for certain reasons, but you've probably seen it. Suffice it to say, it's a stuffy. Cute. I just loved it. And so it took sport weight yarn. I happen to have sport weight yarn because I had from my Beatles project, because I've got way more than I need for that, and this stuffy's only about this big, so it's not going to take up a lot of yarn, and I'm not taking away from that project. I had more than I needed for that color, so it was like an off-white, white. So I took that, and I've got to look through the rest of my stuff. I need some other colors. I have some plain colors that are required, but they're in sock weight. But I think to make it sport weight, I'm just going to hold 2 strands together because it's not something that has to fit anything or anybody. It's just the accessories that go on the stuffy. So anyway, I got so excited about it. So instead of sewing today, between going around and starting to straighten up and doing the laundry, I started watching this series on BritBox so that I could do this knitting to make this ridiculous Susan B. Anderson. Check it out, it's so cute. Because I made it, it's all made today because it's not that big. And it's sport weight, so it's not that fine. But of course, in true Diane fashion, I had done it and it was okay, but now I'm changing something on it. So I got to take it apart a little bit tonight and do that up and then do the accessories. So that will be done. But I'd be all done with my things if I wouldn't keep... There's something that always happens to me every year, and you've probably experienced the same thing. I think the people who create things, the makers, and they're giving you this stuff, and yet don't show it to me like 4 days before Christmas, and I'm a grandmother. I'm probably gonna want to make it for Christmas. You know what I mean? There's always this cutest thing that comes out and you want to make it, and it's like, oh, forget it. Just do what you're doing. You tell yourself all the things. No, don't do it now. You can do it the week of Christmas. You know, do it later. But I couldn't resist, and I'm glad I did it because it was pretty good because I watched this series and I knitted that, and I got the laundry done because I could knit and go back and forth. Whereas if I'm sewing, I'll just watch them. See, I watch TV to keep me working, and or I listen to music, or I listen to conferences, you know, like, or podcasts on the radio too. Well, not on the radio, on the well, anyway, you know what I mean. So if you haven't seen Susan B. Anderson's latest pattern release, check it out. I think he's I think it's cool. That's what I should say. And it's on sale, I think, until the end of the month. It's a $6 pattern. It's 50% off, and you don't need a. So it's $3, and you don't need the a code. She's got it up there for $3 at this time. So I think you'll like it. It's cool. All right, that's that. I'll see you tomorrow. I didn't know how I was going to do Vlogmas this year. I hemmed and hawed at the beginning, saying, should I do it? No, I don't. Should I do it? I don't know. But the night before, I'm saying, no, just do what you have to do and don't. I was, trying to minimize things in my life. But I said, oh, I should do it. And now here it is already, the 22nd. It's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday, Len. I know you don't watch the vlog, but happy birthday. I got another brother with a birthday tomorrow. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Signing off. Good night.